Hello gamers and welcome to some more preview content for WARNO. And this time I'm going to look at the reinforcement pack 11 that it's about to be released, so everything is kind of work in progress. It's a very final version that I can show you. And yeah, the two divisions are two divisions from the local countries, the Dutch and the Belgium division. They were kind of partly made for the WARNO Norfolk major DLC. And now they come as a free reinforcement, and they've been fully fleshed out to be divisions that can be used in the game. And it's called the Low Countries Lines because both divisions have, or both countries have the line in their coat of arms. And the Dutch division is the Kommando Legerkorps Achtergebiet, and the Belgian division is called the Division Mobilisation. And they are two NATO rear area formations. And we're going to start with the div mob. And div mob is a it says here in the news, a treasure trove of original weaponry awaits. Belgium might not have been the most modernly equipped NATO ally, but it has a special profile among Western armies. It didn't throw anything away. Much like the Soviets, the Belgians kept hundreds of armored vehicles, APCs, SPGs, and even tanks in storage. This new division will give them plenty of opportunity to shine. Yeah, it was an administrative, not field command of the Belgian Armed Forces. All mobilized troops and equipment would be processed through this formation before final assignment to an active unit. And div mob is a division created from interior troops used in the case of an enemy breakthrough of NATO's main line of defense. And on another note is the Southwark DLC will come a bit later. It won't come in second quarter, which has already passed, with 2 army general campaigns, I think 4 operations and 10 divisions. But that is a little bit delayed. But we get a free DLC. There's also a free map and another reinforcement pack that I will show you as well. So I think it's really cool that we get some free divisions. It reminds me of like Tatra for Steel Division 2 that came for free. So let's take a look at div mob first. I will also do the deck building and the looking at the division in one video this time. Let me know what you think of that. But I've got so many videos to come out, so I want to merge it into one video this time. Here we go. So logistics tabs. Let's look at the slots. Okay slots. Infantry rather cheap. Only 3 2-point slots. The rest is 1 point. Artillery very cheap. Tank gets quite expensive, and we will see that you can see the prices. They are not the best tanks in the world. Recon tab decent. AA tab pretty decent as well, even good. And helicopters, there are no helicopters in this division. And air, 4 very affordable slots. So let's start looking at the units. So you get the Unimog, nothing too new, but you get the M75 PC as your one command option, and then you get the AMX 13 command vehicle here as well in a Belgian variant. And this is only availability is the same, and it's only 5 points more. And yeah, it's a bit slower as well. So not sure why you should pick this one. It has a bit more frontal armor, but other than that, it's very similar. This is, I think, an entirely new unit, the Sea Lion helicopter with supplies. And what I like is that it's not like 2,000 supplies; it's only 1,000. So that's a very substantial amount. But it's also not, the game is over once it gets killed. Once it gets killed or something like that. And you get an Iltis, and then you get 1 forward supply point as well. In the infantry tab, you get heavy machine gun unit. You get the Prévôt that we've seen before. It can come in the Rover Prévôt. So this is like your military police unit. And you get 9 on the card. You can double vet them, but I don't think really it's worth the Delvet and the Privat because it's got the military police icon. It will stay in the game, so this is actually really cool. And you don't only need military police for helping out with your disheartened troops and or through your reservists. They also reduce suppression for all units, which is pretty cool. Here we get the first leader, the commander Pioneer. With a submachine gun, they can come in this AMX. Uh, the IFVs are pretty not so good in this division. You got the Pioneers, they can come also in this infantry fighting vehicle. And Pioneer itself, it's a 9-man squad. It's got shock, AT rockets, so not too bad. And this is with 3 Uzis at least. And this one has actually assault rifles and a medium machine gun, but these Pioneers also have a grenade. And again, the AMX. You got the Chasseur, Ardennes. I think they already fought in World War One. So they do have smoke, which I think is cool for a leader. You can hide him and get away. And then you get 2 cards of Chasseurs, 40 points, 8-man squad. The AT rocket launcher is very, 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 very bad. Commandant Fusilier, also very weak anti-tank rocket launcher, but smoke. You get the Fusilier here also with the IL-83, which is a really weak AT weapon. And then this one with the Law, which is basically even worse. And the Fusilier can only come in a Unimog. Then you get Commandant Provision, and this is, I think, potentially the best leader. It's a reservist. So now there's a distinction between reservist and militia. Also note that you get an indication how the reserve rate kind of affects the unit with regards to, for example, accuracy. And and you get, the good thing is that you get 3 units on the card. It's only 10 points more than the other leaders, and it's also beefier with 10 men. Also, it's got smoke, so it can get away, and it doesn't have a shitty AT weapon, but which doesn't really matter too much, I think. Then you get the Provision. That's the reservist unit with a very, very weak super bass anti-tank rocket launcher. Maybe good against IFVs, but not too great against most tanks. But it's 12 men on the card. It's only you get 5, so you could really play this as a spammy division. Then you get the gendarme, and that's a unit that I think is highlight unit to me. It's a military police unit with a good loadout and 10 men strong, so actually pretty cool. But what's even cooler, you get a Volkswagen, a T3, which I think is fantastic. And as you can see here, it stays in the game, so that's really good. But you can also go for the more sturdy version with the BDX, which looks like from Mad Max, and it's got smoke as well, so it's super fast. It's much faster than the Volkswagen on the off-road speed part. Also, the on-road speed is better. So this, I think, is a pretty cool unit here. Only 5 points more. I mean, I would like to take the Volkswagen, but eventually I would probably go for the BDX. It's faster, better. It's only 5 points more. It can fight a bit. Then you get Milan 1s, Milan 2s, and Paramilan. So you do get forward deployment, which is good. And you can upgrade 1s if you want to. And you also get the Para Command. And they actually have a decent anti-tank weapon. 8 men strong, and they can come in this Unimog that can shoot Milan rockets. So that's not too shabby at all, I think. Artillery, you do get mortars, 81 millimeter. You get a basically like a tracked mortar vehicle with some armor, which is nice. It's not too slow. You get 4 cards of the M108A2 with 1.88 HE damage. You get this one, the M4A1, which is disheartened, as you can see here. Much worse aiming time, rate of fire is worse, but you get, and you only get 2 on the card. You get 2 cards as well, but you get, it's got better HE damage. You get the 155 millimeter long tom here, a gun that you might know from Steel Division 2, and the M115 with a massive 4.91 HE damage. Look how large this howitzer is. Aiming time is 26.78 seconds. Yeah. And then you also get 2 cards of the M55, which I think is potentially even a completely new, but you only get 1 per card, but you do get 2 cards. Tank tab, you get this little Belgian vehicle, and it's also military police and smoke, so that's actually quite nice. And it has demolition cannons. Though short range, they are loaded with high explosive charges and excel at destroying bunkers and trench positions and any unarmored targets. Good for attacking infantry, both in open and covers. Decent range as well. On top of that, a mini machine gun. This is a cool little unit. You get 12 on the card, and it automatically comes single vet. You could even upvet it further. Then you get an AVC. I don't know the name. It's probably also like a World War II vehicle. You get a tank gun, quite decent with 15 penetration for such a small, cheap vehicle. Then you get the Jagdpanzer with only 13 penetration, hardly any armor. Range is better, so that can make the difference. Then you get 2 cards of the AMX-13 with a Milan modification. 8 Milan rockets, so that's not too bad. You get the Striker with the swing fire. So this is much better range, 2625, and much better penetration as well. Then you get M41s, also like a World War II tank, which is also like a reservist. And then you get the M47s, 2 cards, also a reservist. Lots of units on the card, so quite spammy for a low price. You can see the M47 has the better tank gun. And then you get 3 cards of Milan 2s. And that's what you kind of need to kill tanks, I think. Then you get the Patrouille Prof, which is a disheartened or like a reservist. Patrol unit, 2 cards, 6 on the card. Then you get the Éclaireur Prof with a better AT weapon, same, and 2 more men. No reserves, same availability. Can come in an IFE. You get an Alouette. You get the Scorpion and the Scimitar. That's already known. And then you get the Elstra. And they do have Commando, Shock, Airborne, and False Flag. False Flag units are dedicated special military troops covertly dressed in civilian clothes or even enemy uniforms. Using this ruse during infiltration or special operations is a risky tactic, creating surprise and confusion. And in combat, the threat level for a false flag unit is lower than any other unit. This means they will always be targeted last by enemy forces. And they do have a grenade and sniper rifle, so pretty cool. They come trained or not trained veteran, so double vetted, and 4 on the card. So that's pretty cool. And you get this training airplane with some rockets. AA, you get the max and 12 on the card, and I think that's probably like a Second World War gun as well. Range ain't that great. Then you get 20 mil, and you get a Bofors, which is definitely World War II. I think, even though I'm not sure about the variant. Then you get the AA guns. I think that's this one, right? Yeah, mounted on a truck with more ammunition and also triple. You get 1 of them, and then you get the Mistral, and they are paratroopers, so that's cool. And then you get 2 cards of Ihawks, and that's what you kind of literally really need. In the air tab, you do get the Alpha Jet, and you get 2 HE variants, one with smaller bombs, one with larger bombs. You get the F-16 AA fighter with not very good AA missiles. You get HE cluster combination, which is cool. It was already in this. I think it's that's the Dutch Panzer Division. And then you get a card of one. You get 3 cards of these, and you get 1 card of the Mirage. And I think the Mirage is potentially better because you get oh wait better than this, yeah. But with the cluster bombs, but you also don't have the AG bombs. I like this kind of mix, actually, to be honest. And the F-16 also has exceptional agility, which I think is pretty good. It's a bit faster, has worse ECM though. And this is your only AA fighter, this one. Okay, what's my unit of the division? It's probably going to be... It's going to be the gendarme. Why can I close? Why can I not close you? Okay, there we go. It's going to be the gendarme, and the reason being it's got the Volkswagen T3, which I think is pretty cool. Now let's throw together a deck. We're definitely going to take the Sea King. We are not going to take the Depot. We're going to take the cheap Unimog, and we're going to take the faster and cheaper M75 PC, and the rest we shall see. Air tab, we're going to take 2 AA planes because they're not that great, and I definitely want to try out this bomber. AG and cluster, and we could go for one of the AG fighters. The question is which one are we going to take? Difference is the bomb loader. I think we'll go for the better bombs for just 15 points more. They don't have AA, so they're really not so great. Cluster would be an option as well, potentially instead, but we'll see. Infantry. What shall we get? We are definitely going to get the gendarme, and we have to take them in the BDX because I think the BDX is superior to the... Even though this is... No, we have to take this because it's so cool. I'm also going to take those reservist dudes. We're going to take 2 cards because they are spammy. We definitely take all the forward deployable cards in this vehicle, of course. And now what else do we take? We could take more gendarme. Provision, Fusiliers. Fusiliers don't really have anything for them. I think this 12-man unit is interesting. And let's actually take one more gendarme, but maybe with the other vehicle. And I definitely need to take the Milan 2 as well. So what I do not have now is the HMG, which is a bit of a shame, and the Prévôt. But I think the gendarme is better. Pioneers, I don't really use them. I think we do need to get one card of these dudes. The chasseurs are better. They've got security as well. They actually dish out less damage. Yeah, I think, yeah, if you give military police to the Provision, they are actually better, I think. But I do want to try out this cool looking squad. Artillery. I think I do want the mobile mortars. We're going to take both cards of these, use them in pairs, and we're going to take the chitty one to, annoy the enemy. And then let's take this massive howitzer. Range ain't that great actually, but yeah. This is for 1v1 maybe a bit too much though, so let's not take it. Let's do it like this. Tank tap. We're definitely going to take those, well, we not because we have hardly any points. But this one with 3 machine guns is a must pick, I think. We're going to take 2 cards of Viltis. And the striker. Yeah, I think that might be it. Everything else might be too expensive, we'll see. Here I'm going to take the Magista. We're also going to take this false flag unit. And then we're going to take the Alouette and Scorpion or Scimitar. Let's take the Scimitar. I trust in the autocannon a bit more. Can only come unvetted. AA. I'm definitely going to take the Paramistral and 2 cards of Eyehawks. And then the question is, what else do we take? It's basically the Bofors or the 20 mil, I think. But looking at it, I think the Bofors had a worse accuracy, but the range is better, in particular against aircraft. So let's take the Bofors. We could upbid it, but go down to 5. This goes to 2. Let's do it. Air, we've got 4 points left actually. Spent it on artillery, AA, logistics. We don't have that many leaders, only 5 so far because we don't have a tank leader. So let's take another leader card. Let's actually maybe take the Iltis because it's fast. It's actually quite expensive. Let's take this. And then we're going to take one more artillery piece. Let's actually take this, it's massive. AA would be an option, but I don't think the AA is that great. Yeah, this is how I'm going to build it. Let me know what you think of the division. How are you going to build it? What I do think is that with the infantry spam, and in particular if you beef it up with your military police, with the forward deployment and also with the artillery, you can play it probably very decently in multiplayer, like a 10v10. In 1v1, I don't think it's a division I will be particularly good at, but we shall see. But I want to try it out in 10v10 for sure, and eventually in single player as well. Stay tuned for more content, including WARNO content. Until then, bye for now.